Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Yes, we are in road trip week. And by that, I mean, all right, well, obviously, I'm not on the road yet, but I hope to be on the road shortly. And I thought it'd be a great week to take passages in the Bible that deal with the idea of road. And that's what we're doing. This is the third one. If you missed the first two, then you're behind on your journey, and I'd recommend you get on the road. But today, our road trip stops in the Old Testament book of Isaiah. Now, there's a very famous passage. It's famous among Christians because it is referencing with John the Baptist, and Christians read it as a messianic statement about Jesus. It's famous among Jewish scholars of the ages who see in it either not just a messianic idea, but also see in it a practical application to life itself. And then it's also famous even among secularists who are neither Jewish nor Christian nor even biblical scholars, because it contains something, a quotation that was used in one of the most famous speeches of the 20th century. I'll let you figure out which one as I work through this. But come with me on the road trip. Let's stop in Isaiah chapter 40, and it starts with verse 3. Now, if you're reading it in the Hebrew, it reads most cleanly probably as, "A voice cries." And then here's the cry. "In the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God." Now, the rest of it's going to come, so hold on. But let me first tell you that this word translated way is actually the Hebrew word for road, derech. Back then, they didn't pave roads the way we do today. I mean, ultimately, the Romans would get famous for paving it with stone, but roads were just beaten up paths or ways that were blazed trails in a sense that people walked down. So prepare the road, the way, the derech of the Lord. And it's a cry for us to get our lives together so that God can speak into them. And this is important not just from a messianic perspective of, as a Christian, Jesus is going to speak into my life. He's going to demonstrate what it is to be godly as a human. But it's also important across the board. We all need to prepare for God to speak to us. We need to prepare the road, the way of the Lord into our lives. And God comes with an amazing promise. And that's the rest of the verse, which you may have heard in many a speech. The rest of it says, "Every valley shall be lifted up, every mountain will be and hill will be made low. The uneven ground will become level. The rough places will be made a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all flesh will see it together. Ki pi Adonai diber, because the mouth of the Lord has spoken it." It's an amazing passage that Martin Luther King quoted in his great speech at the Capitol, in the whatever that long area is called down there, the Plaza area, back in the mid-60s for civil rights. So we are all to recognize that God will do amazing things in our lives, but the call for us is to get the road ready for God to come into our lives and speak to us. And when he does, transforming things happen. Think about it. That's your road stop on today's road trip, which is your video thought for the day.